Assalamu alaikum. So for today's video, I wanted to talk about when the situation is gray and what do you do? Because there are a lot of times in life when it's pretty black and white. It's pretty clear cut. If your non-Muslim coworker, for example, offers you some pork, you don't really have to stress over what are you gonna do because it's you're not going to eat it. And of course, like maybe the stress would be that, how do I say no in a nice way and not hurt their feelings, etc. But in terms of like actually eating it, you know what to do, you know not to eat it. Um, but other times in life, it's unclear when the situation is gray and there might be evidence for something, evidence against something. Maybe it's a particular line of work that you're not really sure if it's truly halal, or if you're not truly sure if something is haram, or whatever it might be. There are times when you're going to find yourself tested with these situations and you might not know what to do. Now, I'm an overthinker. If you've read my website, been through it, or maybe I mentioned it in my first video, I struggle with obsessive compulsive disorder. So when these situations are gray, it is like the perfect breeding ground for my mind to drive me into a mental hell. And I was thinking a while back, because I originally posted this as a blog, but sometimes we're not meant to know the answer, because sometimes silence is the answer. A good teacher, a great teacher, they're going to teach you everything you need to know for the exam. They're going to give you extra resources. They're going to have office hours. They're going to have like a fun and engaging way of interacting with you so that you're ready to take the test, so that you're ready for the exam. They're going to do their best to make sure that you're ready and prepared. But when the time comes and it is test time or it is exam time, the teacher's going to fall silent because this is your test. It would be a breach of ethics for the teacher, now the examiner, to come in and say, hey, this is what you do here, to lay it all out for you. Because then you're not really proving your ability. You're not really proving your, logic, your reasoning, your intuition, all of these things. It wouldn't make any sense. And sometimes this is just what we have to do in life with our iman. As a life coach, what I was taught is that generally in most situations, most people know exactly what they have to do in order to get out of their situation or predicament. And even when the situation is gray, if you don't know specifically what to do, you do know something to do, which is make a choice. Because it's the test, making a choice and doing your best. Now, Allah is obviously far and above any kind of allegory, metaphor. There's nothing perfect that'll completely describe like his likeness to us. The moral of that example with the teacher and the examiner, it does ring true though, because he does not test us unless we are capable of passing. And if you truly are in those gray situations and you don't know what to do, don't let yourself get caught up with the overthinking and the what if I fail, because in those moments, what you need to do is do your best, make a choice, say Bismillah, put your trust in Allah, and go forward. Your sincerity is what matters most in those situations. Your trusting and relying on Allah is what's going to get you through. That's all you really need to do there. As long as you're sincere, you should have trust and faith that He's going to take care of you. And maybe you do make the wrong choice, and if it's a situation which you need to make tawbah, then you can do that. But you hope that Allah is obviously going to guide all of us if we're truly sincere and we're truly trying to please Him with the actions that we take. I might sound like a broken record mentioning it a couple times now, but there are times when the situation is gray and you might genuinely not know what to do. But all you have to do is take a single step, a well-intentioned, sincere step for Allah. trying to please him to the best of your ability. And that's all you need to do. Maybe that silence is the best thing for us, like not giving us those clear guidelines, because maybe we wouldn't be able to uphold the true reality of what is obligated on us in those gray situations. To put it in a more clear way, like maybe we wouldn't be able to do what we actually have to do if we knew the answer. And so maybe we don't know as a mercy from Allah, to give us room to grow and to learn. And just those two things, like we need to grow and to learn. And you're not going to do that if you have everything laid out for you. So you don't need to know exactly the detailed plan instruction manual for every little situation. You have to stumble in order to rise. The baby doesn't start walking right out of the womb. It takes a long time and many falls before they're finally able to start walking. And even those first steps are a little wobbly. But through the will of Allah, they get there in the end. So just keep on going, keep on trying, and don't let these situations paralyze you. Because if you're like me, an overthinker, these situations can be easily manipulative of you. And you might be caught up in analysis paralysis and just frightened with the possibility of getting it wrong. But the possibility of getting it right, have you ever considered that? That could be so much stronger and a much bigger motivator than what if I get it wrong? Because think about it, what if you get it right? You make that step, sincere for Allah, and inshallah that'll take you right through to the end. So yeah, I think we've reached the end of this video. Once again, my name's Ibrahim. I started the Discovered Muslim as a life and wellness coach and mentoring service for my brothers and sisters around the world. If you want to know more about my services, what I offer, and you want to see my website, you can click maybe it'll be a link by the time this video goes out in the description, or at least the link will be posted there, so might have to copy and paste it. I don't know if I'll get around to the verification, because it's like 10 something at night right now. But yeah, I hope you're all well and keep on going, and yeah, Assalamu alaikum.